All right, back here again with another video. We are your two hosts. I'm KQ from KQ Anime, and we have.
House of Veal.
All right, guys. Today we're going to start off by reviewing chapter 1001. Let's get right into it. So we see the chapter. The cover story is just a art page. No real story here. Just a request that a fan or a reader gave.
So, as a quick recap, we're back at the scene where the three captains are. Our three captains are on the roof, facing down the two Yonkos, Big Mom and Kaido. Now, we see they're in direct competition with each other, which is a very funny scene where they're trying to outdo each other. And this starts because Law felt offended that Luffy, from his perspective, gave him orders. And so he had to distract everybody from what they were doing, just to point out that I was going to do that anyway. I don't need you telling me what to do, which is the most petty thing you can do right now. You have two Yonkos who can literally kill you at any point. Aside from the competition, Kaido was bruised. He said it himself. He was surprised that Luffy was able to actually bruise him from a punch. Then he goes on to say that there's only a few people who's ever been able to do that. And finally, there's just the threat of losing it all. If the three captains lose here, there's no recruiting at the end of this. There's no try again. If they lose here, they will die and lose everything that they've acquired up to this point. They're taking on even the prints of the polyglyphs. So there's a lot at stake here in chapter 1001.
So there's a lot at stake here. We're going to see that pretty much in the chapter where even Zoro was telling the three captains that there is a lot at stake here. We can't just be goofballing it around. Like, I'm telling you, this chapter was really great. For those of you who have not read it, I suggest you read it. Just go into Viz. They have the chapter for free. You can pretty much read it as it goes along. But if you do have it open, like, we can see that the chapter really starts off with all the captains looking towards the action and just really questioning how is Luffy able to attack him. Now, I want to highlight that Kid in particular didn't understand what type of hockey was that.
It's trash.
At all. And Zoro was like, "Oh, is that the hockey that he learned?" Killer was the one who said, "Okay, now we actually have a chance of winning." I find it very funny that Killer was saying that that now we have a chance of winning.
He has a chance. He's saying we have a chance to win now, which means he has hope in another captain
And another captain. This is very that's a very interesting thing. Like, did he think that they were just gonna go up there and just try and lose? Like, what did he think? So
it seems like,
you know, it's really bad when you yourself don't really have much faith in yourself and your captain. You're relying on a whole nother captain to get the job done, to give you that hope. But okay. And at this point in time, we see Kaido just getting up angry and just wondering how was he able to be damaged. And if you look, he's thinking about five other people. Now, there seems to be a theme here that I'm starting to notice with the number five that's been going on, like, because it has been five captains on the roof. The three captains from Sabaody, as well as two other Supernova, Zoro and Killer. Then there is these five people that he's thinking of, and it's not only ones that are able to actually fight or damage Kaido, because of course Garp should be up there, possibly Sengoku, Big Mom obviously as well. So, like, there's other people. There's Marines, there's pirates, there's one ex Shishibukai, and there's probably civilians, probably Aikiji, who knows, Aikainu, who knows, like, who could possibly be up there.
It has to be, because Luffy is arguably weaker than all those people, and he's able to damage him.
Well, it's not about being weaker. It's about the type of hockey.
Well, yeah,
the skill.
armored hockey. So This is like showing us that this is the missing piece that you need to even stand up against Kaido.
Exactly.
And we've
And
seen that the Marines do know how to use armored haki,
mm,
advanced armored haki,
yeah,
so they can, in theory, go toe to toe with Kaido.
quite possibly. Like this is even a more advanced version of that hockey that they showcased at Marine Ford. This is a hockey that flows out of you and into something else, destroying it from the inside. So when you guys anime watchers, when you get to see it, we see that a lot of the top tiers, like Roger, Rayleigh, not Rayleigh, sorry, Roger, Whitebeard, Odin, possibly have this type of hockey. Definitively Odin. The other people might have it, and that's the type of hockey you need to be able to attack Kaido. Now, Luffy is showcasing this. Zoro might showcase this, and Kid and Killer.
Yes.
Yeah. So as Kaido's getting up, he goes and he hits Luffy. Now that I mean, he hits Luffy with the Thunder Bagua. This is like reminiscent of the first fight that they had.
Oh, he missed.
No, like he the hit landed. It just grazed against him. So it wasn't a full blown like a full clean hit. And that's because Luffy was able to see into the future a bit. Because you can see there like where Luffy says like he's like damn it, I was reading the future and everything. It's so fast. So he still got hit from it, but it just probably wasn't a full contact hit. And plus he was able to get back up from this. When Luffy was in gear 4 at the beginning of the arc, going up against Kaido, he got completely one hit KO'd. Now in his base, he's able to get up from an attack like that. So we see some growth with Luffy. I like that he's not off the rip, just dodging his attacks. And I like also too for some of the people that I saw in other comment sections in the past, they think that future sight is the end all be all. If you can see something coming, you can dodge it. And this is where it comes to just knowing other animes like Naruto, because
That makes sense.
it's like yeah, just because you can see an attack coming.
This has got to be one of the fastest attacks you can ever dodge.
Exactly. So like Luffy still ends up having to get hit from the attack, and then it's because this is an all out war. Big Mom is not even just letting it chill. It's like, oh, okay. She's like, right, let me come in and let's go for the attack on him too.
And that's so crazy because I thought it wasn't even the same attack because probably because I watched the anime.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very theatric, dramatic
Yeah.
Scene where he first used Thunder Broadway. It's like he has to wind up and charge it up. He literally can just do it in a split second.
Yeah, like that's his blitz attack. Like this man, and I like the manga versus the anime in this because it showcases his speed. Like people look at Big Mom and Kaido and think they're very slow, like they're just big tanks, but like they're very fast, even for like their size. They're extremely fast. They're faster than like a lot of the characters that we're seeing right now, and they're able to he's just able to come off of the ground and just boom Thunder Bagua. Like and then right after that Big Mom's like boom, like she's about to do one of her attacks with Prometheus. And I love that Zoro finally showcased that he's able to cut fire. We've been waiting for this since Punk Hazard. You know what I mean? Like just to see Zoro finally cut fire. Like we know that he knows how to light his sword on fire.
Yeah.
From back at Zoro showcased his ability to light his sword on fire. But when he saw Kinemon was able to cut fire, he was interested in that and wondering how can I do it. And Zoro really came with the Sharingan eye with that. He's like, "Oh, you did that? That's my technique now." Like he really cut it in half, and it was like, "Oh wait, isn't that Kinemon's attack?" Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I stole it." I mean, Zoro really got the Sharingan on that eye. I'm just saying, like, this is Kakashi Zoro right here. Like, Zoro Hatake. Like,
learning from Mihawk, learning different techniques from other swordsmen.
because when you think about it too, the monkeys on that island that Zoro had beaten, they had an ability that made them able to pick up sword fighting styles and other techniques and everything, right? So wonder if Zoro, also is able to do something like that too, where if he sees something, he can replicate it
Yeah,
because we are able to replicate things.
it makes sense. It's like a good musician.
Mm-hmm.
Once you become an expert musician, you can hear someone else do something and be able to pick it up
Yeah. So
with some practice.
so and then we see even after that, Kaido tries to attack Luffy again. They're not letting this guy slide. And now we have Law having to room him out of there.
Yeah.
So like I
Again, Trafalgar coming in super clutch.
mm-hmm.
They
I
love the substitution technique.
right. I think like this really is showing that Luffy has gotten leveled up. He's reached a new level. He has gotten a better version of hockey. He has upgraded his speed, his future sight, his strength and durability. But even then, he still can't solo Kaido, and he still definitely can't solo two Yonkos. So I think that's why it was important that Zoro came in and showcased, his Foxfire cutting technique and stop Big Mom's attack. And I think it was also to show that okay, even after that, Kaido's still trying to attack Luffy. Let me room him out of there. And it's like yeah, it's now requiring multiple people to assist Luffy just to be able to get out of a sticky situation, all because Luffy let his guard down for a split second. So I think that's going to be the running theme for this fight
Yeah,
is that no matter how strong each individual is going to get, no matter what Senkai boost they're going to get, they're still going to need each other's help.
right. Which is reminiscent of literally every fight they've ever had throughout
Mm,
the show.
yeah,
Luffy never, Luffy rarely was able to, just really just beat his opponent upon first seeing him, at least a major opponent.
mm-hmm,
Um, but he would just you knew you saw how he was able to beat that person,
yeah,
and you knew eventually it would happen. When he first saw the Yonkos, Big Mom, and then Kaido right after that, it's like you saw no way of him beating him. He was like, "There's no way that these guys are on that level. It's gonna take years or forever for them to even think of taking them down."
mm-hmm,
Now with Luffy learning advanced armored hockey, it's like Killer said, it's possible.
it's
Now.
possible.
It's
Like
just now we're back at the point in the show where it's like we're just gonna have to just dance around a little bit.
yeah, exactly. Like it's like fighting a hard boss in a game. Like his health bar is ridiculously high, his attack is ridiculously high, defense high. It's like yeah, but you can still beat him. It's like you just gotta probably dodge a bit. You gotta pull out some techniques, and it's gonna be a long, drawn out battle. But as hard as it is, it's still a possibility for you to still beat him, and that's really what's going on, like you said.
So now we're back at that where it's a possibility, and so we're not really as worried when we see Luffy stand in front of Kaido anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not Big Mom. But with advanced armored hockey, you just push her back. When Jinbei pushed her back, I was like, it's only a matter of time.
That was your moment.
It was only a matter of time. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this could be done.
Yeah.
They could take her down.
Look at that. Like so, back into the chapter. Like we go into immediately a funny moment that House of Bill brought up earlier, where the three captains are playing chicken with the fireball attack that Big Mom comes.
These
And this goes on to like the rivalry. I like the gag. I like the fact that it also brings up a little bit of rivalry where Law doesn't want to be under Luffy. That's imminent. Like, and neither does Kid, obviously. But Oda made sure to put that in there and just make sure to highlight these three captains and showing them like still at odds with each other, still a little bit challenging each other, whether it's playful or not. These guys are still trying to be their own individual captains and still trying to accomplish their goals, no matter what it may be.
which means that, like you were saying before, he's trying to position these three characters as the next generation.
Exactly.
These guys are going to strive to be the next emperors
Mm-hmm.
in contesting with Luffy, the future king of the pirates.
Exactly, exactly. And then we get into a little clip where Zoro actually remembers or knows that who Killer is. He's like, okay. He's like, don't get in my way, Kamazo. And he was like, not much people have that type of laugh. He's like, so I remember it was you. And so Killer's out here like, yeah, well, had I had my actual blades, I would have beat you last time. And Zoro's like, no matter what it is, the results would have been exactly the same. And a lot of people really were saying in the comments before, oh yeah, like if Killer had this, he had his blades, like he would have beat Zoro. Not possible. And I think this is Oda really just saying, it's like, yeah, no matter what had happened, Zoro wouldn't have lost to Killer, no matter what the situation
There's
was.
no way.
So that's just really just it. And you can interpret it how you want, but that's the way I look at it. And they both go like straight for taking down Kaido, and I like that. Like they both was about that life. They didn't care it was a Yonko. They both went for the attack, and we can see a little blood there. Like so it had like a little bit of damage, but not really. And well, what are your thoughts on that?
I think Zoro confirmed that the only blade that is capable of cutting Kaido is Enma,
You think so?
for whatever reason.
Mm.
Because that cut that Zoro does should just kill people. It's made to kill you. Like, it. If he's able to position himself and get this off, you're supposed to be dead. Kaido's still standing. Kaido felt it. He's like, that was a good cut. You guys are pretty good. And then
Yeah, because he even says "well done." Like in other translations, like he doesn't say that, but in the official translation, he actually commends them. He says "well done." Like I think that also say like, okay, you guys have this strong without having a special type of Rio. If they do have a special type of Rio, it'll be interesting. But without having it, their hockey is just so strong that they're at least able to damage him a bit. It's not able to like really kill him, or it's not that deep. But just seeing that, I think they're on a good path. And in this particular case, I think especially Zoro, because what we see him say later on is that he needs to unleash more
a bit more. So he's just missing a little bit.
of Emma's power. Like, and so I'm gonna make a video about like my thoughts on Enma, because I think it's important to try to explain it. But Zoro's not saying like, okay, it's not like, oh, I just gave him my all and that was it. It's Zoro is trying to use part of what of Emma's power, and we can even see like a little bit of like a flame cloud or a little bit of a cloud around the sword. So, and that's probably what Enma is. Emma is probably the one on his left hand where it's the advanced Rio that's being used, and it was able to cut Kaido, but not really. And whereas Killer, he was going straight for the head. I like that because he a true killer for that. Like he
Makes
really,
sense.
yeah. But but in the end, it still didn't even really damage Kaido like that.
He's never gonna be able to damage Kaido.
Yeah, I,
That-
I think that's really just set for only Luffy and Zoro.
We don't even know if the killer has hockey.
I mean, he definitely has hockey. Like, I mean,
Armament hockey.
armor and hockey. He definitely all swordsmen got armor and hockey. Ain't no way possible. I would say he definitely has armor and hockey. Like, we can't, because it's like it's drawn. We can't necessarily see armor and hockey. He definitely has it though. Ain't no way possible.
I'll give him that.
But when we go on to the next page, I ain't gonna lie, look at Kid. I like his transformation. Oh my gosh. And that thing is huge.
It was impressive. Reminds me of something Frankie would do.
Yeah, true. Like it's like like the limbs. It seem like it's like magnetic. Like it's a pretty cool thing. I like it. I don't think it's really that effective though, personally, but it seems pretty cool. And I like how like all three of the captains are saying that they have a certain way of being able to hurt Kaido. Luffy's like, with his advanced Rio. Killer, I mean, my bad. Kid is saying is that, okay, I may not be able to penetrate your skin, but can you survive being crushed? So like if he with both of his hands that he manifested, if he's able to squish Kaido, can Kaido survive that? That's what he's wondering. And I don't know about Law, but he's just throwing some rocks around. I can't really advocate for that, but Law is really
No,
just
I was
throwing.
just trying to just like, just kill him from the inside.
But like, how's that happening with just rocks? Like
No, that's from he's kind of coming after the other two attacked
mm-hmm.
and just go straight for his heart and see. I think he was trying to see if he had enough hockey to just either take Kaido's heart or just kill him. And
So you
just
think that he threw down the rocks like almost like as a distraction, and then was trying to.
now I'm thinking the rocks is just happening because look, these two attack first.
No,
So
no, but like he's also bringing it down because look, he does tact, and he actually does the downward motion. He's the one that's bringing down the rocks.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like he did say that he was going to destroy him from the inside, but we can see him say tact, and then he does the downward motion, and then you see rocks starting coming down. So that's Law. You just don't know what's going on with that. Like if he has is there a new ability he possibly has with the rocks? How you could do with like other objects?
Because what's surgical death then?
I
I've heard him say that before. So
I have no idea, man. Like I, this guy, I don't know. I don't. I'm thinking it's possibly like that he threw all those rocks down, like to kind of I guess let kind of not see what he was trying to do coming, and he probably tried to like I don't know, maybe extract see if he can pull the heart out, like you said, like try to like take his heart, or probably try to do something else, or probably I don't know. I truly don't know.
because he's supposed to be the most dangerous.
Yeah, but we don't get to see what's going on with that. He does have like a concerned look on his face, and then Kaido just burst out like, "Hey, like let's go!" Like he's right into his dragon form, and then we have this beautiful spread of Kaido in his dragon form looking down, right next to Big Mom on her cloud with her flaming sword, and then versus the three captains and Kid and Killer. I mean, and Killer and Zoro spread. And I like that Kaido is basically acknowledging all of them because he says it will almost be a shame to kill you, but you leave me no choice. Once you're dead, we'll take everything you have. All your manpower and treasure will belong to us. And then Big Mom says, "You got some poneglyphs too." Like she really cares about these poneglyphs. Like earlier in the previous chapter, she's like, "Oh, you gonna drop it on the capital? You gonna drop this island on the capital? You got a poneglyph here, right? Or no?" And it's like, "Oh, okay. Wait. When you kill the Straw Hats, make sure you don't kill Robin because we don't need her to read the poneglyphs." She's really obsessed about these poneglyphs. She's referencing them.
She wants one piece.
Exactly. And then she also mentions to Luffy, "Do you even know what it means to be Pirate King?" And you're talking about you want to become Pirate King. So maybe she's like just saying like, yeah, becoming Pirate King is all because of the poneglyphs. The poneglyph is going to tell you the location of like the of One Piece. Once you get there, you're officially Pirate King. Like boom. So like maybe that's all it is to her. Kaido just wants to just rule the world like on some rocks level shit. And then we have it that these guys are just like, "Hey, now we're about to stop you." And Kaido says, "Whoever wins this gets that much closer to being the king of the pirates." Great chap mentions to Luffy, "Do you even know what it means to be Pirate King?" And you're talking about you want to become Pirate King. So maybe she's like just saying like, yeah, becoming Pirate King is all because of the poneglyphs. The poneglyph is going to tell you the location of like the of One Piece. Once you get there, you're officially Pirate King. Like boom. So like maybe that's all it is to her. Kaido just wants to just rule the world like on some rocks level shit. And then we have it that these guys are just like, hey, now we're about to stop you. And Kaido says, whoever wins this gets that much closer to being the king of the pirates. Great chapter. To me, it's a 10 out of 10.
It's amazing. Amazing things happen. It's making me want to start reading again.
Yeah.
There's just too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I started reading a couple years ago before. Because there's just so much going on that the anime just didn't catch up to.
Yeah. It's really good. Like, I'm saying, awesome chapter. Unfortunately, we have a break next week. So, we're going to really discuss about some things in this chapter. Expect to see a video about, we're going to make a video about, like, who can beat Kaido. Yeah. We're going to possibly make another video about, what's your thoughts? Like, we're going to make a video about Enma. And pretty much, if you have any thoughts or ideas on what else you would like us to cover, please let us know down below. Like and share and subscribe. And we'll see you next time, guys.
Peace.